Chosen one, you were meant to find this video at this exact moment. Yes, you, chosen one. The universe is guiding you right now, and this message holds something vital for you. You may have felt the hush of late-night doubts, the sting of whispered rumors aimed at you, the heaviness of unseen battles sapping your strength. You wonder if you're imagining the tension around you or if shadows really move when your back is turned. Know this. You are not alone, and what feels like chaos is simply the prelude to revelation. Hidden truths about the enemies of your peace and the armor you already wear are coming to light. If this message already speaks to your soul, subscribe, like this video, and comment 77 below. Prepare yourself, because by the end, you'll see that every attack upon your spirit is destined to backfire, fueling the rise of your unstoppable light. The energy of jealousy and obsession. Have you ever felt their stares like a cold breeze on your skin, a chill that sinks into your soul? You know the kind. Those looks that linger a moment too long, eyes tracing your every move as if seeking weakness. You stand in quiet triumph, your spirit at peace, yet their gazes betray the storm inside them. They see your calm and mistake it for complacency, unaware the serenity you carry was forged in the crucible of past battles. You are not immune to their envy. You felt its weight, the way it clings to your footsteps like a shadow. But know this, their jealousy is the echo of your power. Soon you will learn why their obsession cannot dim the light that burns in your heart, and how every scheme they hatch only illuminates the fortress you've already built within. Have you ever replayed a celebration in your mind, the applause after your triumph, the embrace of someone who believed in you, only to recall the hush that followed in another circle, the whisper that cut deeper than any blade? That's the moment envy moved from a quiet thought to a raging force. You remember their congratulations that felt like a test, their smiles that carried a hidden edge. You've seen how joy on your lips became irritation in their hearts, how a simple victory in your life sparked bitterness in theirs. Each gesture of support twisted into a means of control, questions probing your next move, suggestions disguised as concern, all meant to tether you to their insecurity. You felt the tension between their outward praise and the tightening coil of their resentment. It's a heavy burden, loving people who cannot bear your brightness, yet you carry on because your purpose demands it. But then something inside you shifted, a quiet revelation in the stillness of dawn, a scripture tucked away in an overlooked verse that spoke a divine orchestration. You open your heart to the often forgotten words of Zephaniah 3 verse 8. Therefore wait for me, declares the Lord, for the day I rise up as a witness. I have decided to gather nations, to assemble kingdoms. In that moment, you recognize that their jealousy and obsession are threads in a tapestry only visible to the divine eye. Their schemes unfold not to hinder you, but to reveal the magnitude of your calling. You are the catalyst for transformation in their lives and beyond, and their reactions, no matter how toxic, testify to your impact. With this awareness, envy lost its sting. You saw it as a world's admission that your light shines too brightly to ignore. Look around you now. Notice the subtle tremors in the air when you walk into a room, an abrupt hush, a nervous glance, the house silence replacing conversation. Those ripples are not warnings to flee, but confirmations that your presence stirs the currents of change. You felt it in the way opportunities crystallize where obstacles once stood, as though the universe itself conspires to align your steps with destiny. You've witnessed synchronicities, the perfect word at the perfect time, an unexpected ally appearing when you needed support, a dream that foretold the very breakthrough you sought. These are the footprints of transformation laid by your steadfast heart. Envy may roar in the hearts of others, but divine timing whispers in your ear, guiding each footfall toward fulfillment of your potential. Behind the scenes, unseen forces have taken up your cause. Angels, like silent custodians, surround your path, intercepting arrows of negativity aimed at your spirit. A celestial map, sketched in your soul, charts the milestones of your ascent. Each star a promise of progress, each constellation a testament to divine favor. You felt the pull of this map as dark intentions dissolve before they reach your heart, and as unexpected blessings rain down in their place. It is not luck or coincidence, but the deliberate realignment of the cosmos to your calling. Fear and doubt may beckon you to question whether their obsession is stronger, but faith reminds you that heaven's decree is immovable. what they meant to destroy. Divine intervention transforms into foundation of your breakthrough. Now you stand at a threshold of realization. The tension between their envy and your peace is not a barrier, but a gateway. Many will hesitate here, unable to release the longing for universal approval or the fear of inciting more jealousy if they shine too brightly. They cling to a shadowed version of humility, one that shrinks before darkness rather than standing firm in light. But true alignment calls you beyond this impasse. You must step into fullness of your radiance, acknowledging that every whispered criticism is the backdrop that makes your voice ring clearer. This is your crossroads. Will you cower in the dim hope of acceptance, or will you raise your light and say yes to your own becoming? So rise now with the authority of one who knows their heart's worth, anointed by every trial and celebrated by every triumph. Release the fear that whispers to dim your flame, so they might catch their breath. Release the doubt that suggests your purpose must wait until all is smooth. Instead, speak your vow. I will not apologize for my radiance. I will not temper my spirit to comfort their shadows. Begin today by affirming your path, whether through prayer, meditation, or a simple promise spoken aloud, and watch as your certainty ignites courage in others. Seek out those whose hearts echo your awakening, and invest in them with the same compassion that has sustained you. Trust that each step you take forward fortifies the path for those who follow, and that your unwavering commitment shakes the roots of envy in the world around you. Remember this: their jealousy and obsession are but echoes of your birthright as a beacon in the darkness. Their eyes narrow because they cannot bear to see the reflection of their own potential in you. Their whispers exist only because your truth is too loud to ignore. Comment envy if this resonates deep within you. Let this be your final act of defiance, to shine so brilliantly that even the darkest envy cannot extinguish the fire in your soul. As the curtain falls on this moment, carry this revelation like a torch into every tomorrow, for your light is destined to lead the world out of its shadows. And if you feel called to go even deeper, there's a sacred space reserved for our community, a private room where you receive full prophetic messages daily. Join our private membership through the link in the description and walk this path with us. The power of spiritual protection. They have whispered in the dark, convinced their words can pierce your heart. Their incantations can blind your vision, but you feel the truth stirring beneath your skin. Right now, as you sit here watching this, you might be wondering if every chill in the air, every sudden knot of anxiety, is a sign that you are exposed. You're not exposed. Something ancient and unshakable stands guard around you, a presence older than time itself. In the hush between your breaths, in the pause between your thoughts, divine protection settles like dew on your soul. Soon, you will see how this protection grew quietly, without fanfare, weaving itself into your life long before you spoke your first prayer. There's more to this than you've ever dared to believe. Hidden truths about guardians, shields, and celestial firewalls that turn every assault into vapor. Remember those nights when doubt gnawed at you like a ravenous beast, when you woke trembling at a knock you never heard, or when shadows seemed to dance across your walls. You are not inventing those moments. There is weight behind the fear you carry, a real pressure that baffles logic. It comes when someone's spite or envy reaches for you, when their words aim for your confidence, and their gaze tries to flatten you into the floor. You have felt your heart pound, felt the air thicken, as though you were walking through invisible thorns. Yet, you have kept going, putting one foot in front of the other, because something inside you refused to break. It is that refusal, that stubborn spark of defiance, that became the first sign of your unseen guardians waking at last. This struggle was never random. It was a crucible, a sacred forge preparing you for what lies ahead. When Elijah fled into the wilderness, God sent angels not just to feed him bread, but to stand watch and night, 1 Kings 19. And when Elisha's servant trembled at the sight of an enemy army, his mentor prayed, and suddenly the heavens opened, revealing chariots of fire surrounding them, 2 Kings 6 verse 17. Their protection was not passive. It was a bold, living force that sprang into action at the commands of a greater will. In the same way, your trials have served to awaken the divine sentinels that have always waited at your perimeter. Their stirring was silent at first, then unmistakable, until it sealed you in a fortress no harm can breach. Now, Look back on the small miracles you overlooked. The moment you stumbled but felt an unseen hand steady your ankle. The second when panic threatened to swallow you. And then an improbable thought of calm slid into your mind. These were not coincidences. They were signs of transformation, as real as a budding flower breaking through ice. Perhaps you notice a sequence of repeating numbers in your prayers, or an uncanny alignment of events. Doors opening just in time, answers arriving at the precise moment you called out in desperation. These glimpses are first light of a grander dawn, a signal that divine timing is weaving pieces of your life into a tapestry you have yet to fully see. Behind the scenes, forces beyond your comprehension move to clear the path in front of you. Imagine your life as a vast celestial map, each star representing a moment, and now watch as comets of blessing burn trails across it, illuminating roads that were once dark. There is no mistake in the timing of your blessings or the timing of your tests. Every friction point was designed to launch you higher. In the apocryphal book of Tobit, the angel Raphael reveals, "I am Raphael, one of the seven who stand for the glory of the Lord," Tobit 12:15. He did not come because Tobit was perfect. He came because Tobit was chosen. You too are chosen, and these angels move on your behalf, decoding dreams, sealing scrolls of promises, guiding you into alignment with your truest purpose. But transformation requires more than seeing the signs. It demands a sacred yes. Many shrink away, afraid to step fully into the unknown, clinging to the comfort of old wounds or familiar doubts. You might feel a tremor of fear as you sense how much you are about to receive. Worries that this power will overwhelm you or change you beyond recognition. This is a moment of self-realization. You must meet your own eyes in the mirror of the soul and say, "Yes, I am ready." That yes cracks open old cages and allows the fullness of your calling to flood in. It is an intimate act of courage, a vow that your faith will become the vessel through which divine energy flows without limit. Now that you have seen how the celestial forces have been marshaling around you, it is time to step into your new reality. Release the last tendrils of fear and doubt as though you shrug off a cloak that no longer fits. Speak to the world from this new place of certainty. Walk with the posture of one who cannot be moved. Begin each day with a prayer of permission. Invite your angels to lead, not just protect. Trust the symbols that appear in your path. Act on the nudges you feel, and share your light without apology. Let every step you take affirm that you are no longer at the mercy of hidden enemies, but the chosen bearer of a power that no darkness can touch. The assault you once feared now serves as evidence of your rise. Their darts turn to mist, their curses dissolve in the air, their shadows retreat at the first touch of dawn. You stand here, not as a victim, but as a testament to divine faithfulness. Carry this knowing deep within you, like a flame that no storm can extinguish. And always remember, you were never meant to fend for yourself. Angels have been called to your side before you even spoke your name. Comment protected if this resonates with you. And to every soul who supported with a super thanks, thank you. You are keeping this light alive for others who haven't found it yet. If you feel called to help this mission reach more chosen ones, tap the super thanks button below. Your energy supports these messages and helps them travel further. Your voice matters, your belief matters, and your light is felt here. The power of reversed energy. You feel it before you see it, a subtle shift in the air, as if the world itself hesitates for a heartbeat before exhaling. That tension in your chest, the tight knot of anticipation, it speaks of more than fear. It whispers of a hidden force at play, one that bends every cruel intention back upon its sender. You've sensed the weight of dark thoughts aimed your way, and perhaps you've even felt the sting of rumors meant to break you. Understand this. You are not the target of mere chance. There is a cosmic law in motion, an echo that gathers their negativity and turns it into their undoing. Stay with me, because in the next moment you will uncover how every dagger forged in envy becomes the key to your own liberation. Have you ever sat alone, replaying the cruel words hurled at you, wondering why kindness seemed to vanish the moment you dare to shine? In those silent hours, you felt abandoned, convinced that every whisper was a prophecy of your failure. The betrayal of a friend who once spoke comfort now speaks poison. The coworker whose smile conceals a snare. The family member whose love twists into control. These experiences weigh on your spirit like a millstone, pulling you into a whirlpool of doubt. Yet deep down, beneath the hurt and humiliation, you know these moments are not the end of your story, but the ignition point of something far greater. It is here, in the heart of your struggle, that a divine plan reveals itself. In Psalm 7 verse 15, an often overlooked verse, David writes, "He made a pit, digging it, and has fallen into the ditch that he made." This is no random misfortune. It is a sacred mirror reflecting every dark thought they aimed at you, just as the ancient prophets of Obadiah spoke of Edom's schemes turning against them. So too does every pit dug for you collapse under its own weight. Your pain was never wasted. It was part of a spiritual alchemy, transforming their malice into the very force that lifts you higher. Now look for the subtle ripples of transformation in your life. Notice how their gossip seems to wither the moment it reaches public ears, how alliances build on your downfall fracture before your eyes. Perhaps you felt an unexpected surge of clarity after a moment of crippling doubt, or witness an enemy's plan backfire in a way so precise it defies coincidence. These are not accidents. They're the first sparks of a growing fire, the unmistakable signs that the universe is weaving their very plots into threads of your triumph. Keep watch for small miracles, a contract rescinded by those who meant harm, an apology from someone who sought to ruin you, a path opening just as you step forward. Behind these ripples, unseen hands labor to ensure your deliverance. Imagine a vast cosmic echo chamber where every negative word is caught, amplified, then returned to the sender with double force. In Zechariah 1 verse 17, the Lord declares, "I will return to Babylon and punish them for their iniquity, and bring back to this place all the captives." Like Babylon's captives, the energy they cast at you is gathered and brought back upon their own heads. This is not punishment born of wrath, but divine justice, a mechanism as natural as gravity. Picture sealed scrolls of intention being unrolled in secret, coded dreams rerouted to confuse, and unravel the schemes plotted against you. This alignment of justice and destiny moves beyond your control, yet it serves your highest good. All that remains is your moment of sacred choice. The universe has orchestrated this grand reversal, but you must decide to step fully into its flow. Many shy away here, clinging to old fears as though they were shields. Others refuse to trust what they cannot see. But true power lies in saying yes aloud to this turning tide. It is in this echo chamber of spirit that you stand at a crossroads. Continue to recoil from shadows, or embrace them as the very echoes that certify your rise. Feel the tremor in your soul as you speak that yes, a vow that your faith will carry you beyond every pit and ditch meant to hold you down. Now, emboldened by divine justice, you are free to claim your rightful place. Release the last trace of resentment as though shedding an outworn garment. Speak truth into the silences where slander once thrived. Trust the echoes of your own courage. They're the reverberations of a power that no envy can contain. Each time you choose integrity over retaliation, you feed the reversal mechanism, turning every act of malice into mortar for the foundation of your new existence. Step forward with the calm confidence of one who knows the wind of adversity cannot blow out their flame, but only stokes it. In the quiet after the storm, stand and gaze upon the wreckage of their own making. Their plots lie in ruins, their words unraveling like frayed rope. And as you look, understand this final truth. The power they wielded against you has become your greatest ally. Let it remind you that no darkness is yours to bear alone, that every blow meant to harm you is repurposed for your ascension. Comment rebound if this resonates with you, and carry this revelation into the rest of your journey. An unbreakable echo, a testament to the unstoppable force of your spirit, the illusion of control. You might be standing in a room full of voices, each whisper insisting they know what's best for you, as if your life were a puppet show, and their strings could pull you this way or that. You felt that tug on your heart, when someone's opinion masquerades as prophecy, when rumors twist your image until you hardly recognize yourself. It's easy to believe their narratives, especially when they come cloaked in certainty and authority. But let this moment be your awakening. You are not a marionette dancing to their whims. Your path is etched among the stars, far beyond the chatter of the world. In these next minutes, we'll peel back the veils of their illusion, revealing the true script that guides your every step. Have you ever caught yourself replaying someone else's version of your story? A friend's criticism echoing in your mind, a colleague's gossip shaping your choices, or a family member's demands weighing on your spirit? That feeling of being trapped in a maze of other people's expectations, of molding yourself to fit their narrative, can crush the very essence of who you are. It's like trying to sculpt water with your hands. Every attempt leaves nothing but disappointment. Those moments of confusion, when you wonder if you've lost your compass, are the emotional weight of living under someone else's control. You search for meaning but find only the footprints they left behind. But every trial you face has been part of a divine preparation. Consider this often overlooked verse in Obadiah, where it speaks of nations weaving plans only to have those schemes unravel at their own hands. Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down. Obadiah 1 verse 4. Their arrogance in believing they can dictate your destiny is no accident. It serves as a crucible, refining you for the revelation of your true calling. Their manipulations, far from weakening you, are chipping away at the false idols you once revered, preparing you to stand firm in the authenticity of your soul. Look around at the subtle shifts in your life, the moments when their well-rehearsed narratives begin to falter. You might notice conversations where your voice finally cuts through the noise, or witness situations where their carefully laid traps collapse under the weight of truth. Perhaps you experience a sudden clarity, like a sunrise bursting through night clouds, showing you paths you never saw before. These are not mere coincidences, but fingerprints of divine timing. Synchronicities align. People appear exactly when you need them. Opportunities arise at the most unlikely moments, and the stories that once held you captive lose their power to bind you. Behind the scenes, cosmic forces orchestrate a power greater than any gossip or rumor. Imagine your destiny as a grand tapestry woven on celestial looms, each thread representing a promise written long before your first breath. In Psalm 57 verse 2, an often neglected gem, David declares, "I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills His purpose for me. His purpose, not the world's, defines His course." Likewise, every plot spun against you is intercepted and rewoven into your divine design. These guardian forces, angels, synchronicities, coded dreams, move quietly, sealing scrolls of intention that ensure what was meant for your harm becomes material for your elevation. Now comes a moment of sacred choice, when mere awareness must blossom into wholehearted acceptance. It's one thing to see the threads of manipulation around you. It's another to release your grip on fear and step into the flow of your own destiny. Many hesitate here, tethered by the comfort of doubt or the safety of old narratives. Today, hidden truths will be unveiled. The mechanics of your dismantling power, why they tremble when you speak, and how your departure leaves nothing false standing in your wake. Stay with me, because the reckoning they dreaded is now unavoidable. In your journey, you've wrestled with the burden of seeing the rot beneath gilded surfaces. You remember the moment you realized that promotions awarded in your workplace were not merit-based, but brokered through whispered deals behind closed doors. You felt your stomach drop when you uncovered the betrayal embedded in a lifelong friendship, the subtle manipulations you'd overlooked because you trusted too deeply. You sat in your living room, watching headlines about systemic corruption, feeling the outrage quake through your bones, wondering if one person's voice could really make a dent. In your spiritual quest, you've sought answers to these daily betrayals, craving a path that would not only expose these sins, but erase them from the roots. Each betrayal sharpened the blade of your discernment, carving you into an instrument capable of cutting through every deceit with divine precision. This honing was never random, but part of a sacred forging process. In the seldom quoted prophecy of Ezekiel 9 verse 4, a mark is placed upon the foreheads of the righteous before a wave of destruction sweeps the land, sparing those destined for a renewed foundation. This act symbolizes divine prerogative, identifying those coded for purity who will survive the collapse of every false structure. You are that mark, chosen because your purity of intent and clarity of vision render you immune to the contagion of lies. The systems they erected in darkness are designed to fall in your light. Recognize this as your transformation. You are the living emblem of divine judgment, carrying the seal that spares what holds sacred value and obliterates what is built on distortion. Already, you may be noticing subtle tremors in the world around you that confirm this sacred dismantling. A project led by unethical leaders might suddenly lose momentum as key supporters withdraw, guided by your quiet objection to their methods. Relationships built on convenience may dissolve when you refuse to participate in the charades that once held them together. In community discussions, your questions about integrity cut deeper than any accusation. Others feel compelled to reckon with the awkward truths they'd skirted. Even algorithms seem to betray the structures you challenge, exposing data and insights that others overlooked. These visible and invisible signs are proof that divine timing is orchestrating a grand unbuilding, aligning every circumstance to respond to your unwavering clarity. Behind the collapse of these constructs, higher spiritual forces are orchestrating the outcome. Your past trials were not merely tests of endurance, but the activation keys that summoned these celestial architects. In the apocryphal book of 2 Esdras 15:15, it is declared, "When the fullness of your power comes, an end shall be made of them that err in their paths." This verse affirms that your awakening power is the signal for divine eradication of error. Each time you refuse to tolerate injustice, you rang a bell in the unseen realms, calling forth the forces that dismantle inequity. Synchronicities align around you. Whistleblowers emerge, investigations unfold, and corrupt alliances fracture under scrutiny. Your voice is a conduit through which faith manifests retribution, bringing ruin to that which nobody else dared to touch. As these shifts creak open the doors to broken systems, you might feel familiar hesitation. The fear that in toppling these old orders, the ground beneath your own feet will crumble. Many resist wielding their sacred destructive power, worried that destroying the past means losing their own history. Yet true alignment requires not only witnessing the fall of falsehoods, but stepping fully into new reality they create. Imagine standing atop the ruins of an ancient temple, its stones at your feet, and realizing the world you rebuild can finally honor truth. This is your sacred crossroads. Will you cling to the ashes of old constructs, or will you welcome the dawn of structures founded on integrity and clarity? With that choice comes an infusion of empowerment that courses through your being. Feel the exhilaration that surges when you release the fear of chaos and embrace your role as an agent of renewal. Speak your truth without reservation. Call out injustice in meetings, set boundaries that protect honest connections, and initiate reforms that eradicate toxicity. Anchor your actions in daily rituals that reaffirm your divine role. Perhaps a morning incantation declaring sovereignty over falsehood, journaling the systems you intend to dismantle, or gathering with kindred spirits to strategize restoration efforts. Each act, energized by your sacred destruction, paves the way for rebirth. Trust that as the old falls away, new forms of community, leadership, and purpose will emerge more vibrant and resilient than ever before. As this chapter draws to a close, carry this revelation in your heart. Your divine clarity is a wrecking ball against every foundation built on deception. You are the mark of sacred destruction, the catalyst that compels every false alliance and corrupt system to self-immolate. Embrace your role as a harbinger of renewal. Your presence alone initiates a collapse that clears the ground for truth to spring up. Let this understanding fortify you as you move forward, knowing that where you pass, only integrity can remain. Calm and demolish if you feel the power of your sacred destruction igniting within you, ready to raise the old and awaken a world reborn. Being alone with God, you've poured your heart into seeking approval, chasing likes on social media, craving applause in your workplace, longing for the nod that says, "You matter." Yet each accolade has felt like a fleeting echo, vanishing the moment arrived. Right now, you may feel the hollow pang of success that never fills you, the weariness of performing for an audience that never truly sees your soul. You are not alone in this. Many wander through crowds, desperate for validation, only to discover that the emptiest rooms are the loudest. But there exists a sanctuary deeper than any public praise, a still place where God Himself becomes your only witness. What follows will reveal the transformative power of divine solitude, the rarest gift of all for those called to walk alone with the source of all life. Your journey toward this sanctuary has been littered with moments of profound isolation and inner conflict. You remember the late nights you stayed up crafting presentations, only feel a strange emptiness when colleagues praise your work. You recall the sting of rejection when friends drifted away after you revealed your true self. Unscripted, unfiltered, authentic, you've sat in church pews, praying for a sense of belonging, yet sensing instead a gulf between your spirit and the rituals around you. Perhaps you've sought mentors who promised soul-deep connection, only to realize that their guidance was bound by human limitations.